Hello, I'm Cody Slafter, a JGEN 200 student, and I'm going to explain to you how a rotary engine works. First, for any engine, one needs to have air, fuel, spark, and compression. This rotary engine works off the expansion of a gas in a combustion chamber that does work to rotate a desired shaft. When I say combustion chamber, I mean the volume in which combustion takes place. Here, here, and here. As you can see in this diagram, there's a rotor, and our eccentric shaft, which I will talk about in the future, and inside the combustion chambers are valves for the intake and the exhaust. For expansion to occur, one needs to ignite an air-fuel ratio in the combustion chamber. For this expansion effect to be repeated, the engine will have to have cycles that continues the rotation of the shaft to do work. First, air is drawn into the effect of the expansion of the compression chamber. The air is allowed to enter into this combustion chamber through a valve called an intake valve. Next, fuel is injected in this volume of air to create a proper air-fuel ratio for ignition. This ignition is the next step of the cycle in which the air-fuel ratio is ignited by a spark, creating combustion of this fuel. This shaft that does work is called an eccentric shaft. What I mean by that is the shaft is offset the center of the rotor and rotates with combustion. As you can see in this figure, this is the eccentric shaft and the rotor is displayed here. This is also a cutaway, and you can see the housings and other components of this engine along with another rotor that goes through the eccentric shaft to combine to make 6 combustion chambers in this engine configuration. The rotary engine always has one intake, one exhaust, one ignition, and one compression cycle occurring around the rotor at all times, being that the combustion and ignition occur in the same volume portion of the rotor. This makes the rotary engine a great choice for an engine that can rotate at high revolutions per minute and be very smooth since there is always a power stroke occurring. There are seals in this engine that separate the 3 volumes so that the compression doesn't bleed into the exhaust portion. Once these seals are worn, the compression does bleed into the exhaust portion of the engine to become inefficient and eventually fail. This is why many times the rotary engine will not be used in applications that need a longer life. The rotary engine should be chosen when high speed of rotation is needed. The rebuild of a rotary engine is a simpler task than trying to rebuild a 4-stroke engine due to the fact that there is less moving parts in a rotary engine than a 4-stroke engine. The main part that needs replaced in a rotary engine are the apex seals only. For a 4-stroke engine, one needs to replace the piston rings, the camshaft, the push rods, and all of these are not in a rotary engine. Rotary engines are also very efficient when working properly, creating a low amount of emissions and decent fuel economy. The efficiency is mostly so high because the combustion chamber for a rotary engine is 2 to 3 times smaller than your average 4-stroke engine that is common in most cars today, while producing the same amount of horsepower. For an increase in the amount of power a rotary engine can produce, car companies will create an engine with multiple rotors for an increase in power and acceleration. This is shown in the diagram with the cutaway portions of the engine showing the rotors internally. One can see that the rotary engine is a very compact design and creates a reduction in weight compared to other types of engines common in today's automobiles.